workout is going to be a beginner mat work routine, so obviously perfect if you're new to Pilates, or if you've had a little bit of break and wanting to get back into your sessions. Here's a great place to start. It's also not a bad idea just now and again to recap on your basic techniques, so join me on the mat. So we're going to start sitting in any comfortable position for you first of all. We're going to lengthen up through the crown of the head and just circle the shoulders round. So we're breathing in as we lift, exhale as the shoulders drop down the back. Just start to feel some movement and also some length between the ears and the shoulders as we press down. One more nice circle here. Good, and then take the fingers behind you. See if you can open the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades together and take a breath into the front of the lungs. Feel that nice expansion. Deep exhale. One more full breath in. Wonderful. Bring the hands over the chest. Try and stay sitting as tall as you can as you gently rotate the spine. So we don't want to be collapsing here. If it helps to sit with your legs in a different position, or even sit on a chair for this, to get that spine tall, that is absolutely fine. We're pulling in with the abs as we rotate. So feeling like you're almost wringing the waist out as we rotate for a couple more, just getting the spine moving here. Last one. And then come onto your hands and knees on the mat. So hands are lining up under the shoulders, the knees are under the hips, and the back is flat. We're going to let that shoulder blades pinch together, the chest sinks to the mat, and then you're pushing to open out the shoulder blades. So the shoulder blades pinched, chest sinks, and then we open out. So you're actually moving from the shoulder blades. It looks like your arms are moving, but the movement is between the shoulder blades there for a couple more. Squeezing and opening. And then we're going to find our halfway position. So we're not collapsed, we're not spread out, we're halfway, then we're drawing the shoulders down. With the back flat, we're going to pull the abs in towards the spine, and then let one arm move away, but we're not going to let those shoulders shift. So you're almost like a tabletop. The arms move away but nothing changes. And you'll feel the muscles work on one side of the back and then the other side of the back as you move away there. Make sure the weight is over the hands for a couple more. Working to keep that back absolutely still, no movement at all. Last one. And then taking the knees wider, hands forward, take a sit back over the heels. See how long you can wriggle your spine. Fingers reaching forward, spine nice and long. Taking a breath in, let that head relax down. Wonderful. Coming forward. So we're going to come and lay on your back now. Now if you've got any major back injuries or issues there, feel free to come onto your side and then roll onto your back. It's usually a nice safe way to come onto your back. Heels are in close. We're going to find our position with the pelvis. So if you lay naturally down, you'll have, if anything's relaxed, a curve in the back. If you tuck the pelvis towards you, you'll feel how that back presses down. And then we can lift and take that spine the other way. So can you feel as you move from your pelvis, your spine changes shape? As the pelvis tucks towards you, the back presses down. And as the pelvis tilts the other way, we feel that curve in the back. We're going to find a position where the front of the pelvis is flat, so the hip bones and the pubic bone are level. And that means you'll have some curve in the lower back. You want to try and get those ribs down. Even if your hands press the ribs down a little bit at first, feel that the ribs are holding. Find your hip bones. Walk the hands in or draw the hands in so they're just above the navel. And it's that bit of the abs that we're pulling in flat towards the spine. But this time you're not going to tilt your pelvis, you're just going to keep in that same position. We're going to let one knee move out to the side, come back in, and then let the other knee move out. But my hands are choking here, that I'm not letting my pelvis move with that. This is just from the top of the leg, squeezing back into center, and then the other way. And it almost feels like your abs are pulling the leg back in. As if the muscles in the legs have gone to sleep, it's your abs contracting to pull back in. So we're making sure the pelvis, the hip bones are still. One more. And then we're going to change that. So we lift one foot off, place it down, lift the other leg off. Now again, fingertips on those hip bones. Can you keep that still? Or as you lift the leg, do you feel your pelvis slightly rock? So we're looking to try and stay as stable as possible. We're pulling the abs in, really nice and flat across the hip bones, ribs relaxed, folding in for 2 more here. Last one. And then one hand is coming behind the head. I'm going to stay with the tailbone down. I'm going to support my head with the hands, and then my ribs are going to move down to curl the head up. Now that's very different from just lifting the head and shoulders up. You feel where the bottom of the ribs are, feel that your ribs move down, and that lifts the head and shoulders. I'm not tucking the pelvis, I'm just feeling the ribs slide down at the front so I can feel my abs engage. I'm just going to support the head at first with this so we can stay relaxed in the front of the neck. We're not straining there. But get this feeling of your ribs sliding down. As we do that, breathe out. Good, breathe in as we come back. So feel in the abs, feel how it's the ribs sliding down rather than just the head and shoulders lifting that give us that work into the core. You're staying relaxed at the top of the legs and around the glutes. Couple more. Exhaling, abs pulling flat. We also want to make sure the abs don't stick out at this point. Pull nice and flat as we curl. Last one. Wonderful. Stretching arms away, stretching legs away. Nice big stretch out like you would in bed in the morning. And then let's roll onto your side. So the legs are out in one long straight line. I'm bringing my hand in front for balance. And I've got my waist lifted off. My legs are reaching away. I'm going to lift the top leg and lower down. And I want to make that top leg feel as if it's as long as possible. Your foot can be flexed or pointed, I don't mind, but really reach through that leg, creating space through this side of the body, just keeping that hand there for a little bit of balance. So feel free to stay here, that top leg reaching, or as we come down, we glue the legs together, squeeze the legs off and lower down. So hand is going to want to push into the mat to help you here. Keep that as relaxed as you can, and just work from that waist to lift and control down. So we're exhaling, lifting, squeezing the legs together. If this is too much, just go back to that top leg lifting if you need to there. So we're reaching away, feeling like the bottom leg is almost lifting that top leg. We're lifting that long for 3. We've got 2 more, squeezing up. Wonderful, last one here. And then I'm going to bend the knees in. I'm going to cradle my head in the hands. Keep the knees together as I open out with the upper body. So I'm trying not to let my top knee slide back there. I'm keeping that down. And you're just opening where is comfortable for you. Getting a nice expansion. Feels so good. So coming forward. And then we're opening out. Feeling the ribs open. Nice squeeze back and control back in. We've got one more here. So we're going to hold it and take a deep breath into the ribs. Take a nice exhale. Wonderful. Bring that round. Let's take that to the other side. So I'm lengthening the legs away, reaching out long. I've got my hand in front for balance. Legs together, lifting that top leg and lowering, and feeling the space through this side of the body as we reach and lower down. So I'm trying to keep the waist lifted off the mat on this one, hand just there for balance. It's length rather than height that we're looking for here. You're getting this wonderful work around the hip as you lift, checking that the knee is straight, the foot by all means can be flexed if that's better for you. If you're getting any cramp in the feet, often a good idea to flex that foot. So reaching longer here for 3. Lovely, couple more. Lots of length and reach. Last one. And then the legs glued together. They squeeze off the mat and control the lower down. Wonderful. Exhale to lift and lowering. Feeling the legs squeezing together now. Exhaling, lifting. Feeling that work into the side waist. Reaching. Good, that bottom leg. reaching long. Keep that hand relaxed in front. Exhaling, upper body relaxed. Squeeze at the top, control the lower down. Wonderful. A few more here with that lift. And last 3. Good. Couple more. Working into our obliques, into the waist for the last one. And then bending forward, cradling the head in the hands. Keep those knees together as we open out. Control back around. Just feels so good. You're just moving, flowing with the spine, whatever feels good for you. Controlling forward. And just allowing the body, the spine, to start working through its different ranges of movement. We've got a couple more here. Lovely. Last one. Opening out. Let's stay here for a breath. Exhale. Coming forward and then coming to lay on your front. So I'm going to have the hands beside the head, W shape with the arms. I'm going to slide the shoulders down and then just allow that to lift the breastbone off the mat and then releasing forward. So the arms are relaxed. This starts from your shoulder blades moving down. It feels like the shoulder blades just pick you up and then release forward. So we're getting some beautiful length in the neck. Good feeling that the eyes stay looking down towards the mat, so we get some stretch and lengthening in the back of the neck there. Good, lengthening out through the crown of the head, releasing forward. We've got 2 more. Feels so good. Again, that length in the neck. Last one here. Exhale, sliding down. And then I bring the head to just rest on the hands there. I'm going to really pull my abs in and then lift one leg off the mat, lower down. So the abs pull in first and then I lift. So the hip bone should stay pressing down as I do that. And I should feel the work in the butt cheek to lift the leg rather than the back doing all the work. So pulling the abs in kind of puts a brake on the back and gets you to work from the butt cheeks to lift there. You can absolutely stay here or have a go at both legs lifting off, squeezing from the glutes. Good, and again, both legs lift. Lovely, and lowering down. So I'm feeling the butt cheeks squeeze to lift up here, exhaling. Feel free to stay in a single leg if you need to, but working into those glutes. Good, exhale, lift, and making sure the knees are straight. Again, you can flex the feet a little bit if you like there. If you feel any cramp in the feet, you don't have to point the feet. See if we can hold the last one up here. Squeeze the glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down and coming up onto hands and knees. So starting off hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I want you to bend your elbows but send your weight forward. Don't worry if this isn't very far. And then push back. So rather than coming straight down, we're going to bend. Elbows can come wide, but we're shifting the weight forward, weight over the hands and coming in. Now try not to let your back collapse here. Keep the abs pulling in. Shift the weight forward and coming back. So we're moving forward, and that way we get the work into the arms rather than just kind of hunching up around the neck and the shoulders. We're getting our arms switched on and working. Good, so shifting forward. We've got a few more here. Don't worry if it's even only a couple of inches that the arms move. That's absolutely fine. This is tough, moving that weight forward over the arms. Good, 2 more. Shifting forward. And last one. Great, let's take the legs wider. Hands forward. Again, get that beautiful length in the spine. Doesn't matter if you can't sit all the way back, but try and wriggle the spine long and wriggle the arms forward. And now as we breathe, feel your back expand with the breath. Feel the exhale. Lovely, one more deep breath in. Wonderful. So coming up to sitting again, any comfortable position for you. Circle the shoulders, let the shoulders drop down. Turn the head as far as you can to the side. Bring that to center. Take that the other way. Come back to center. Now feel like somebody's just lifting the top of your ears to the ceiling. Rather than just head over, if you lift the ear, we get some lovely length in the neck. Bring the head up, take that the other way. And then as we come center, we keep the ribs in, we lengthen at the back of the neck, base of the skull. Bring the head up, take a breath in, lift up for the ceiling. Exhale down, and I hope you feel good after that beginner mat work. Well done.